everyone. Hi. Okay, just quickly reintroduce myself. So, what does it mean? Regional delivery manager. I oversee all of our professional services that service the UK market, and I have worked very closely with Anne on the Cochrane's journey with CRM. So we have been working together for four years now, something like that. So Anne, if you want, you can start with telling us a little bit more about Cochrane.
Sure. Hi everyone, my name's Anne Shackleton. I'm the Membership and Volunteering Manager at Cochrane. We are a global charity. We produce highly regarded research about what works in healthcare to help individuals, guideline organisations, doctors, governments all around the world to make better healthcare decisions. We've got over 110,000 members and supporters who actively help us. And we have a lot of volunteers who help us to develop that evidence, to translate it into about 20 different languages and share it across the world. So my role is to look after the CRM, to look after our users and to oversee the development of the CRM to meet our business needs.
Thank you, Anne. Hello, everybody. My name is Lizzie Hayward, Customer Success at SugarCRM, and I'm delighted to be here this morning with Anne and Denny to understand how data and CRM transformation helps Cochrane drive efficiency and growth. So thank you, Anne. If I could ask you a couple of questions, and I guess a good place to start, and I guess would be intriguing everybody, is where did CRM begin for Cochrane? What was the driving needs to, I guess, somebody at Cochrane didn't wake up and just decide it was a good day to buy a CRM. What were the driving factors behind that?
So back in 2017, Cochrane decided to formalise our membership programme. So we wanted a platform that would meet that business need. It was more around managing our volunteers, managing their contributions and their membership of Cochrane. So we needed something that was really flexible and customizable so that it could be fit for purpose. So this was quite non-traditional. There was no sales involved at all. It was all about the volunteers. But the principles of what those people expect from us in terms of a relationship and personalization that we saw in the report earlier is pretty much the same.
Okay, so I guess by the sounds of things, when you first started out, it wasn't a typical sales automation requirement from a CRM. And that was sort of 6 years ago now, so quite some time, and a lot has changed. A lot has changed in the last couple of months, so 6 years most definitely. How has your CRM changed over time to meet new business needs?
So like I say, it started off just as a volunteer management tool, but as we integrated more of our systems into the CRM, we got a bigger picture of how each person related to us in different ways. Not just what they were doing with the volunteering. We also started selling our online learning modules back in 2019. So we started to use CRM to sell to institutions and individuals. And we also managed to gather some learning data about how people were using our learning, how many people passed module 5, all of that kind of stuff. We did that with a quite complex set of customizations, which was really good and still works, but it is very limited to just that system. So last year we decided we wanted to sell a new service, and we had to do that by completely changing how we managed our sales. And so we had to stop using the customizations. Well, we're still using them a little bit, but we're using more of the out-of-the-box systems to be able to sell this other service. So we needed to change our data structure and use more of that functionality that was built into the system.
So that's a significant change, certainly when it comes to sort of adopting to a new income generation, and especially when you have the CRM set up to work in a certain manner. I can imagine that for the need for all sorts of data transformation, governance, around how you can make the CRM in the new world still fit purpose. How does CRM and Sugar in particular in this instance and Redcare, how are they supported the sort of how technology can help you achieve your business goals?
I think probably Denny's best place to answer that one.
Yeah, Denny's done a lot of the work.
Yes, we work very closely with Denny.
Absolutely. We definitely started from the ground up. So looking at the data model. the whole CRM strategy was designed around data and its structure. There were multiple entities in the CRM that were confusing and didn't make a lot of sense. And in addition, information was stored maybe in the wrong places. It was difficult to access the information and refer to it. So what we did was redesign the data model so that the entities in the CRM was actually representative of what was happening in practice. This made it easier for the CRM users to relate to the data that they were seeing on the screen. A big example of that and something that we did with Anne was redesigning the learning data for the members. Where we started from was a single module where each interaction of a member with a single learning module was really tracked in an individual record in the CRM. This not only created exponential volumes of data, but it also made it very difficult to actually sift through this information and understand where each member is within their learning journey. So what we have at the moment is actually a single record per member, per module, where we can track the status of the learning for that module for the member, as well as key dates like when they first access the module, if they have completed any certification against it, etc. So what this has also enabled is the reporting aspect of it. So now the business is actually able to meaningfully report on where all of the members are in relation to their learning modules and how the learning modules are behaving here and developing over time. Most importantly, though, I think, and this is going to be, I think, interesting for the audience, is that having the right data in the right places has enabled a lot of key integrations for Cochrane to work in the way that they were intended. So due to the effort in the data model redesign, Cochrane were able to significantly improve their marketing practices. And Anne, maybe you can share some insights into Cochrane's marketing automation journey and where you were in the past versus where you are right now.
Yeah, when I joined Cochrane, we were using a very traditional, very popular marketing platform. But that integration, because of our quite complex needs, didn't really work for us. It did go wrong a few times. We have multiple newsletters going to different segments, and sometimes we were sending the wrong thing out to the wrong people. We went through a tendering process to decide on a new marketing platform, and we decided to use SugarMarket, which was synced up to our CRM. I don't think I've mentioned yet that we're using SugarCRM. So we're using SugarMarket, but our data wasn't stored in the right place to be able to take full advantage of all the features to enable us to segment people properly. So we redesigned how we categorize people quite significantly. And that means that we can now communicate with targeted emails to the right people. We're also using nurture campaigns, so we can talk to people when they first join. We can send them a drip feed of series of emails that's tailored to their interests or their role within Cochrane. So this is a brilliant move forward for us. So we're feeling very pleased with it.
I think also Cochrane have been very successful in terms of not doing a technology overbuy. You were actually very successful in getting the right solution for you at this time and making actually the full use of it and taking advantage of all of the functionalities that are available, which not a lot of customers are able to do easily. So that was, I think that was very positive. So there was a lot of change on the marketing front, but also the sales landscape, we touched upon a little bit on that, has changed significantly. Maybe you can tell us as well a little bit about what are we doing now with the CRM? How are we adapting it to fit with the new requirements in terms of the sales landscape for Cochrane specifically?
Yeah, so Cochrane, like for many other charities, the funding landscape is changing for us. Some funding sources are no longer an option. So we're having to have a greater focus on income generation. We've got a much broader requirement now. So we're much better able to manage this because of the work that I touched upon earlier, because we've got the tools to be able to record interactions with each individual organisation or funder in one place. And we've got that solid data structure to back it up. So like I said, with the online learning, we were very customised. Then we moved to more out-of-the-box functionality to sell our second service. And that's opened the door so we can now record whatever income streams we decide to start using. So this year we're going to be, we've got a new fundraising team starting. They're going to be recording all of our funding bids and discussions with organisations in CRM. We're also using our consultancy unit is going to start using CRM to record the work that they're doing. And as a result of that, we should be able to have some really useful management reports that cover income generation across the whole organisation.
So wow, even more change. Lots going on. And I can imagine how governance, data integrity and data transformation was key to making those changes to ensure CRM fit business requirements. In terms of, I love the fact that you absolutely joined the gap, if you like, between sales and marketing. It goes back to, you know, and also the report that we have is customer expectations are different. They expect us as organisations to know everything about them. So having the marketing and sales aligned at Cochrane certainly gives you that 360-degree view and enables you to deliver the right message at the right time to the right people. And in terms of transforming strategy then, so I guess it's about having the right people, the right processes and the right technology, which seemingly, you know, working closely with SugarCRM and Redk, you've absolutely, you know, got there and managed to change your business processes. In terms of how do you continue, how have you and how do you continue to drive your CRM transformation strategy? Because I guess it doesn't stop. It's the whole famous CRM is never one and done. CRM evolves continuously. How do you make sure that you stay aligned with the business and your CRM sugar technology?
So our strategy for transformation is pretty simple. We're just moving our CRM from what was a marginal project into the centre of the organisation and using it to record as much information as we can. We're also trying to reduce our use of other systems so that all of our data is in one place rather than scattered in many different systems. We're on a sort of technical front, we're using as much of the low code, no code capabilities of Sugar as we possibly can. We're also trying to keep the pace of change gradual. I mean, it's inevitable that there will be a lot of change, especially with the way that our funding is going and we're needing to add more income streams, but we need to keep it fairly slow in terms of asking people how to change their processes, just so that we're not overwhelming our users. One of my challenges is raising awareness of what CRM can do with decision makers so that the programme can be involved at the beginning of project planning rather than being an afterthought once someone's decided that we're going to do this project. In terms of governance, we started fairly small, so there wasn't a huge amount of input from governance, although obviously we had the support of the trustees when we first started the programme. But recently the senior management and trustees have been really keen to get involved and start using CRM to record their interactions with our funders and other partners. And then finally, the strategy would not work without having Redk on board. We've got the ideas of what we want to do, but as Faye was saying earlier, you're able to help us put that into practice and challenge us to make sure that we're doing it in the best possible way.
Perfect.
Yeah, and I think the only way for the technology to actually deliver on this promise for the connected customer and to link all of the parts of the business so that the customer really experiences this continuous positive customer journey. All of this wouldn't be possible without Redk understanding really Cochrane's business and the environment that you operate in, but ultimately I think the collaboration between Redk and Cochrane has been so positive because we are able to create this partnership that is based on trust. So again, I think an overlapping team.
So in summary, I guess it's safe to say that you have transformed your CRM successfully with minimal risk.
Yes, I think that's fair to say.
Good. That everybody's looking for. And in terms of what helps this to be successful, it's, certainly having the right governance, the right people, the right processes, and the right technology. But equally important is a CRM that's agile and flexible enough to be able to meet your business needs and to evolve with you in terms of your business goals and objectives. But even more, offer that flexibility where necessary to ensure teams can work together. So in your example, also the cross-departmental marketing and sales working together. Without teams working together, it's almost impossible to provide that customer experience that's, so important today. And moreover than that, it's not just important, it's demanded and it's expected. So I think having those, key pieces in place absolutely help organisations to position themselves in a great position to excel moving forward. And finally, data. It's, what we hear day in, day out, making sure that data is right and having the right data structure to move forward. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Anne, Denny. That was really insightful.